Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dee Reinhardt with Illinois WorkNet. Today we have our Apprenticeship Illinois Technical Assistance session. We'll answer some questions on the recording as long as they don't have to do with any specific customers. If you do have questions about specific customers, I will end the recording and then you can ask those then. Today, I do have a new feature to show you. We've been trying to get this built and it is there. So I'm going to go to a participant on our spreadsheet here. And I am going to go to, we'll go to this person right here. And initially, when we were on the webinar, we had some people who kind of left the program. Maybe they didn't like the job that they had been assigned to in their apprenticeship, or whatever it was, they left the program early. And you guys have been asking for an exit option in the interim so that we could track that. And right now in test, we do have that in test. Hopefully we get it finished up and out to production by the end of the week so that you have it just in time for this grant program to end. So on our outcomes tab, we do have the exit spot. And what we have is we have a checkbox that the customer left the program before completion. When did they leave the program? So you can go back and forth. Maybe it was May 3rd of 2021, and we're going to select an exit reason. I have to change that from education to exit reason. I'm telling you, this has just got built this week. So then we're going to say something. These are all WIOA reasons. So let's just put withdrew from program. And then when we save the exit status, it should give us a case note that we can add, and we'll say withdrew from program. Oh my goodness, my fingers are not on the right keys. And then you will save it as a case note, or you can email it to whoever you select from the list on the right-hand side. So this is a standard case note. We want to put as much information in as we can so that if someone is looking at it at a later time, they know all the details of the exit. Maybe you just lost communication with the person, or whatever those reasons are, it can be selected from that list. So we're going to add the case note. And then that is the news that is news, and it will hold based on when they left the program. So this is new and exciting. So JJ, you guys are probably happy down in Vermilion County area that this is actually here. You can go back and update some of your folks. Any questions about this?
Dee, will something like this be implemented for the other individuals impacted?
No, for the other individuals impacted, you just delete them from the list. So under the reporting piece, if and when it actually opens up and gets there, and you go to the Apprenticeship Illinois reports, if they drop out of the program, I'm surprised that you're able to still be in touch with them. But if we filter this, you can just delete them and then they won't count. But my suggestion would be just to leave them there until I can get you some further information about that. Let me post that question tomorrow in our admin meeting.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say if we delete them out, then we lose the count on that, so.
Right. And honestly, I think in some cases it was enrollments that were supposed to be counted for the performance measurements.
And then I guess while I'm asking questions, we've had 2 grants that have been extended until the end of March.
Okay.
So, will anything change in the apprenticeship Illinois reports during, once most of the grants end at the end of December? Will everything I don't
You'll
know,
continue
close out
to
or,
report, you'll continue to report on your original grant numbers.
okay,
And I believe that with the original grantees, you will continue to report OII. But if you're being brought into the new grants that start in January, there may be a different way to report incumbent workers and OII people. So we're still getting decisions made on that. So we'll inform you of that information in January if you are moving into a new grant.
okay, thank you.
All right. Any other questions that we can answer while recording?
This is Laura at College of DuPage. If this is for apprentices who leave the program, I know that earlier in the, and this is terrific, thank you so much. I know that earlier in the year you had mentioned there might be an option in the works for an apprentice who is still enrolled in the program but has failed to follow through with their enrollment and documentation despite all of our outreach. Is that something that still is in the works? We have just a couple of individuals who've been, how can I put it, slow to finish their enrollment.
So they haven't provided you verification documentation, or they're
Correct.
just dawdling?
Correct. Failed to finish providing all the documentation.
So did you enroll them in the program and spend money on them anyway?
They are enrolled in the program. Yes.
All right, so
You and I traded emails about this a few months ago, and that if we were about the fact that people were not following through with all of the documentation. And you had mentioned at the time there would be an option possibly in the works, but other things were higher priority on the list.
yeah, and I don't remember having any options available for lack of verification documentation. This is going to come into play for monitoring. It won't do anything for the reporting piece here. Because if you went ahead and enrolled them, then
I started their enrollment, but they're not listed as fully enrolled yet. They're still showing up as not enrolled because they haven't finished the documentation. Does that make sense?
yes, but have you expended money on them?
As part of the program, yes.
So you need to get that enrollment completed, or else it's going to end up probably being disallowed costs. Because if they're not enrolled in the system, that's how the monitors are going to check to see what's going on.
Okay.
So you need to open up a can of,
I'll grab a second can.
okay.
Thank you.
Sure. Not what you wanted to hear, but
I'll take this exit though. That's a big step. Thank you.
okay, good. All right. Any other questions? JJ, what do you think about this?
This is wonderful.
I thought.
Thank you very
might.
much.
So check for it by Monday. And then you'll be able to, you should be able to have it, because I just have to have her change the one word and maybe bold up some font so that the appearance is a little bit beefier. So I need her to change that word right there. I'm going to grab a screenshot while I have this open. All right. Any other questions while I have you? Do I need to stop the recording so that you can ask an individual question? All right. All right. Did everybody answer the poll? I believe you did. So I wish you all a very merry and happy holidays. I will be working the week between Christmas and New Year. So if you do have any questions, please send an email. I would like to introduce Marcus Lathan. He has been with Illinois WorkNet for several years now, and he is going to be learning more about Apprenticeship Illinois and taking over after we get everybody trained for the new grants. So welcome to Marcus to Apprenticeship Illinois. We are also in the process of developing a contact system for troubleshooting for events things that are happening, so that in the event that somebody's on vacation or medical leave, or we switch programs like Marcus and I are doing, we are developing a process there so that you'll fill out some information on the contact us form, and it will be directed to the person that's handling your program. I will still be around for several months. I will still be back up to Marcus, but we will slowly wean me out and give Marcus the lead for these technical assistance sessions. So thank you, everybody, for all of your time and attention. I appreciate it. And we'll see you in January. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dee. Have
You're
a great
welcome.
holiday.
You as well.